Hello dear student. In today's video we are going to discuss chapter 2, A Long Walk to Freedom, written by Nelson Mandela. So before reading this story, let's have a look at writer Nelson Mandela. So let us see who is Nelson Mandela. So his real name is Holishasha Mandela, who was born in Transkei, South Africa on 18th July 1918. His first name could be interpreted prophetically as a troublemaker. जैसा कि उनका नाम होलिशासा मंडेला था और उनका जन्म ट्रांस्की में हुआ था जो कि साउथ अफ्रीका में पड़ता है और वह 18 जुलाई 1918 को पैदा हुए थे और उनके नाम का शाब्दिक जो अर्थ होता है वो ट्रबल मेकर होता है, जिसे हिंदी में उपद्रवी बोला जाता है. बट लेटर ऑन नेल्सन वॉज एडेड बाई हिज स्कूल टीचर, और बाद में उनके नाम में नेल्सन उनके शिक्षक ने जोड़ा था. सो डू यू थिंक मंडेला lived up to his name as a troublemaker? So let us see whether Mandela lived as per his name troublemaker or he was something other. Let us see in this story. So how was Nelson Mandela in his childhood? Mandela was born under the grip of apartheid. So here there is a new term, apartheid, which is very popular in Africa at that time because this was inhuman rules over black people by the white people. So Mandela was born there under the rule of apartheid by the white people community over the black people. Mandela grew up on a cattle herding farm until the death of his father. जैसा कि यहाँ पे बताया जा रहा है कि उनका जो बचपन था वह जानवरों के फार्म हाउस पे व्यतीत होता है. Mandela then lived with a powerful relative, and after that Mandela was shifted to a powerful relative after the death of his father, who was acting regent of the Thembu people. Years of daily exposure to the inhumanities of apartheid, where being black reduced one to the status of a non-person, kindled in him a kind of absurd courage to change the world. Due to the inhumanities of the apartheid rule, Mandela realized that we are not considered to be just like a human being, but we have been behaved with just like an animal. And this rigorous life was very tough for black people. That's why there was flame of teeny courage into his small chest. Then he decided, I will fight against this inhumanities of apartheid and I will change the world. He decided in his childhood to change this world. Let us see how was his school life, college life. So he took degree of law from University of Africa in 1942, and he also joined ANC, National Congress, African National Congress Party, and he became Deputy National President of ANC. in his college life. In his college life, Nelson Mandela was not an active participant of freedom fighting, but he was passive resistance to the apartheid. Even though he wanted to quit from apartheid from his nation, but he was not active participant, but he was passive participant at that time. At first, Mandela opted for non-violence. So he was influenced with Mahatma Gandhi. That's why at first he decided to join non-violence. He wanted to get freedom with the help of non-violence. He was not in the favor of violence in his college life. As a strategy to defeat the apartheid, he opted non-violence. He became involved in programs that fought against the laws that forced blacks to carry passes. And after that time, he began to join so many movements of non-violence against apartheid to force out, to carry out passes. Persecution. So, despite the peaceful protest, the government decided to charge protesters at the event of treason. Even though his movement was in the direction of non-violence, he wanted to uproot the apartheid rule from Africa with the help of non-violence peacefully, even though the government of Africa, which was governed by white people, decided to charge against protesters at one event of treason, including Mandela. Even though their movement was leading peacefully, but they have been treated just like a protester and they have been charged and put down into treason, including Mandela. मंडेला को भी उस प्रोटेस्ट के लिए जो है ट्रीजन में डाल दिया जाता है, उन्हें सजा दी जाती है. देन ट्रायल ड्रैग्ड ऑन 5 years until 1916, ending in the acquittal of all 156 accused. Mandela was free man short. तो उनके ऊपर और उनके साथियों के ऊपर 5 वर्ष तक मुकदमा चलता है और अंत में सभी 156 अक्यूज्ड जो थे उन्हें रिहा कर दिया जाता है. But by the time Mandela was acquitted, South Africa had been convulsed by the massacre of 69 peaceful black demonstrators at the Sarville in March 1916. But there was massacre in 1916 where 69 peaceful protesters were brutally killed. So they were killed by the South African government who wanted to stop the resistant movement. All of them were innocent, peaceful protesters. So this mishappening happened there in 1916 massacre where 69 people were killed, innocent people, peaceful protesters were killed by the South African government. So this was inhuman method applied by white people over black people. After the Sharpeville massacre, black South Africans were outraged, and finally, the flame of anger stimulated the heart of protesters. They wanted freedom as soon as possible from this inhuman apartheid rule. Many South Africans realized that peaceful protests and civil disobedience would not overturn apartheid, और जो ब्लैक पीपल थे अफ्रीका के, उन्हें महसूस होने लगा कि यह सिविल डिसोबीडियंस जो था और ये जो नॉन वायलेंस मूवमेंट है, इसके दम पर अपार्थेड रूल को बदला नहीं जा सकता है। उन्हें महसूस होने लगा। एज अ रिजल्ट मैनी टर्न टू वायलेंस एज अ मीन्स टू एंड अपार्थेड, एंड फाइनली so many protesters began to support violence. They wanted to snatch away their freedom from the hand of white people with the help of violence. They came in the direction of violence to bring their freedom from the apartheid. What is your opinion? Do you think that the violence is ever okay? प्यारे विद्यार्थियों, क्या आप जानते हैं कि जो वायलेंस होता है यह ठीक होता है या गलत होता है? Is there over a time when something is so bad that violence is necessary? कभी कभी जब परिस्थितियां बहुत ही खराब होती हैं तब वायलेंस की जरूरत पड़ती है, और इज वायलेंस नेवर द आंसर? क्या किसी भी प्रश्न के उत्तर के लिए हिंसा जरूरी है या नहीं है? तो इसका उत्तर आप खुद दें और समझें। इन एनी कंडीशन वायलेंस इज नेसेसरी और नॉट, whether we can opt violence in any critical condition or not. You have to give the answer of this question. So persecution, the government did not, persecution means उत्पीड़न होता है। The government did not stop with the Sharpeville massacre. Even though there was anger in every black citizen of Africa, even though government did not stop to do this rigorous rules over black people, most liberation movements including the ANC were banned, and finally the government of Africa banned every freedom protest, every liberation movements, even including ANC, African National Congress Party. Each and every were banned by the government of Africa who were against apartheid and African government. Predict. What do you think Mandela did after the government banned his organization, the ANC? So let us find out the answer. Resistance, प्रतिरोध. So what did Mandela do when his organization, the ANC, was banned by the government? Well, he traveled to other countries to recruit people to join the ANC, African National Congress, a liberation organization, and he continued to organize resistance against apartheid. When there was banned over ANC party, then Nelson Mandela moved other countries to awaken the people of African black communities against this apartheid rule, to uproot this government from Africa. he began to organize so many liberation organization supporter in the favor of black people and against the apartheid rule. And finally, Nelson Mandela was jailed at Robben Island. When Mandela returned to country, he was arrested again and awaited trial in a prison on Robben Island. Finally, after the return of Mandela in his own country, he was arrested by African government and they stuffed Mandela into prison on Robben Island. So this is the scene of Robben Island where Mandela was imprisoned. So Mandela was sure he would be sentenced to death. And Mandela began to believe that there is less chance of survival. He was sure that I would be sentenced to death. But continuously the movement was carried on. Mandela was prepared to die for his belief, and Mandela, who was up to this time as a passive supporter of black people, became active supporter who was ready to sacrifice himself for the black people, for the black community, to relieve them from the apartheid rule. During my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to the struggle of the African people. So these are the lines written by Nelson Mandela himself. In this story, he mentioned that during my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to the struggle of African people. So this was not only the struggle of Nelson Mandela, but this was the dedicated effort of Nelson Mandela for the struggle of African people. This was the struggle for the African people. This was not only the freedom of Mandela, but freedom of all African people who was being suppressed by the apartheid rule. तो यह जो आंदोलन था, जो उनका यह संघर्ष था, यह उनका संघर्ष नहीं था, बल्कि पूरे हर एक अफ्रीकन वासी का संघर्ष था. I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. And this struggle was not only against the domination of white community, white people, but both black and white domination. It does not favor any types of domination, whether it was by the white community or black people. Domination is always bad in the eyes of Nelson Mandela. So I have cherished the ideal of democratic and free society. What does Nelson Mandela want? He wants a democratic and free society in his country. That's why he was against the domination of white people as well as black people. वह किसी भी अत्याचार के खिलाफ थे, चाहे वह गोरों के द्वारा किया जा रहा हो या काले के द्वारा किया जा रहा हो, वह दोनों के खिलाफ थे. वह एक स्वतंत्र डेमोक्रेटिक राष्ट्र की कल्पना किए हुए थे, वेयर देयर वर फ्रीडम फॉर एवरी पर्सन, वेयर एवरी पीपल have their own rights, in which all persons live together in harmony. He also imagined for such a nation where there would be harmony in every single people and with equal opportunities, and there would be opportunity equally distributed in every citizen. No discrimination would be there in our country. He imagined such a nation. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. और यह उनके सिद्धांत थे जीवन में जिन्हें वह प्राप्त करना चाहते थे। वह एक ऐसे राष्ट्र की कल्पना करते थे जहाँ पे भाईचारा हो, हार्मनी हो, इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी हो, जहाँ पे सबके लिए समान अवसर हो। ऐसे राष्ट्र की कल्पना करते थे और ऐसे राष्ट्र का स्वप्न वह देखा करते थे। वह किसी भी प्रकार के डोमिनेशन को बर्दाश्त नहीं करना चाहते थे, चाहे वह गोरे के द्वारा किया जा रहा हो, गोरों के द्वारा, या कालों के द्वारा किया जा रहा हो। बट इफ नीड्स बी, इट इज़ एन आइडियल फॉर विच आई एम प्रिपेयर टू डाई। कह रहे हैं कि ये जो सिद्धांत हैं, ये जो आइडियल्स हैं, जिनके लिए मैं अपने आप को कुर्बान कर देना चाहता हूँ, ऐसे राष्ट्र की कल्पना उनके दिल में थी जिसके लिए वो अपनी कुर्बानी भी देने के लिए तैयार थे। So let us see what was the toughness of his life, how many difficulties were faced by Nelson Mandela to free his nation from the rule of apartheid. So life in prison. But Mandela was not executed. Instead, he was convicted of sabotage and sentenced to life in prison. जैसा कि उन्हें विश्वास था कि मुझे मौत की सज़ा दी जाएगी, लेकिन उनके साथ ऐसा नहीं किया जाता है। उनके साथ बहुत ही क्रूर व्यवहार किया जाता है, उन्हें जेल में डाल दिया जाता है, आजीवन कारावास की सज़ा दी जाती है। He would serve 27 years in prison before being released. So continually, Nelson Mandela was there into the jail for 27 years for his people, for the freedom of his nation. He wanted to fulfill the desire of every citizen who wanted democratic nation where there would be freedom for everyone, opportunity for everyone. He also wanted to see harmony among each and every citizen, whether they were white people or black people. वो सबके बीच समानता देखना चाहते थे और इस आज़ादी के लिए उन्हें 27 वर्षों तक जेल में रहना पड़ा। Most of his sentence was served in one tiny cell. The only time Mandela was let out of his cell was to perform back-breaking labor. So, in a very small tiny cell, he has to spend out 27 years in a very rigorous condition. He has to face so many problems, difficulty at that time. So what is the importance of freedom in our life? हमारे जीवन में आज़ादी का क्या महत्व होता है? After more than 2 decades in prison, Mandela decided on a new approach. After coming from the imprisonment, from the prison, from the jail, the view of Nelson Mandela was completely changed. There was new approach of Mandela. He was escorted to the state president's office to start negotiating not only his own release but also the nation's transition from apartheid to democracy. After coming from the jail, he was called to the state president's office for the negotiation. 2 दशक कि जेल के बाद उन्हें जब वापस लाया जाता है तो निगोशिएशन करने के लिए उन्हें स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट्स के ऑफिस पर बुलाया जाता है। एंड दिस वाज द ट्रांजिशन फ्रॉम अपार्थेड टू डेमोक्रेसी। और यह रंगभेद से डेमोक्रेसी की तरफ जो है आगमन था अफ्रीका का, प्रजातंत्र की तरफ। ऑन Feb 2, 1990, President F.B.D. Klerk lifted the ban on the ANC and announced Mandela's imminent release. In 1992, the President de Klerk lifted the ban from the ANC, African National Congress Party, and also announces imminent release of Nelson Mandela. Mandela was free at last. Finally, after a very struggling life, after the imprisonment of 27 years, Mandela was free. तो इस तरह से आप देख सकते हैं अपने देश की आज़ादी के लिए मंडेला जी को 27 वर्षों की जेल की सज़ा हुई। और उसके बाद जब वो बाहर निकलते हैं तो क्या होता है आगे हम देखते हैं। विक्ट्रीज। सो इन दिस सेक्शन वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द विक्ट्रीज, हाउ मंडेला गॉट विक्ट्री ओवर अपार्थेड। So first of all, in 1990 मंडेला इज रिलीज फ्रॉम प्रिजन। 1990 में मंडेला को आज़ाद कर दिया गया। इन 1993 मंडेला अर्न्स द नोबेल प्राइज, पीस प्राइज। और 1993 मंडेला को शांति का नोबेल पुरस्कार दिया गया। इन 1993 and 1994 South Africa begins writing a draft for the new constitution। और 1993 से 94 के बीच में साउथ अफ्रीका का एक नया संविधान बनाने की प्रक्रिया प्रारंभ हुई। इन 1994 फर्स्ट मल्टीरेशियल इलेक्शन। और 94 में पहला इलेक्शन कराया गया जहाँ पे सभी लोगों को मतदान करने का अधिकार दिया गया, चाहे वह काले थे, गोरे थे या किसी भी प्रकार के थे। बट बिफोर दैट देयर वाज ओनली रूल प्रोविजन फॉर white people to vote. Black people have not any authority to participate in election, but in 1994 they have been given power of vote. After apartheid, Mandela had to calm white fears and unite the people. After the uproot of apartheid rule from the Africa, there was fears among the white people community. They fear that right now black people will dominate us. There were so many doubts running into the mind of white people because ANC party was belonging to black people and Mandela was also black people. That's why they have been horrified. There was fear into their heart. The patience, the wisdom, the visionary qualities of Mandela brought to his struggle, and above all the moral integrity with which he set about to unify a divided people, resulted in the country's first democratic election. And finally, after the democratic election, Mandela was selected as the president of Africa, and this was the struggle of black people against the white people. And this was not only the victory of white people, but this was also the victory of white community people. There was integrity among the people, and he set about to unify a divided people, resulted in the country's first democratic election. and he was elected as president. और इस पहले डेमोक्रेटिक इलेक्शन के बाद प्रजातांत्रिक जो चुनाव हुआ उसके बाद एएनसी पार्टी को बहुमत प्राप्त हुआ और नेल्सन मंडेला को प्रेसिडेंट चुना गया। Mandela proves through his own example that faith, hope, and charity are qualities attainable by humanity as a whole. And further, Mandela proves that faith, hope, and charity, these are the qualities of human being. We should always attach to these qualities which are attainable by humanity as a whole. इन्हें हमें प्राप्त करना चाहिए। जो आशा होता है, आशा, विश्वास होता है, ये अटेनेबल होते हैं जिन्हें हमें हमेशा प्राप्त करना चाहिए, अचीव करना चाहिए। थ्रू हिज विलिंगनेस टू वॉक द रोड ऑफ सेक्रीफाइस, through the road of sacrifice we can achieve our utmost desire. He has reformed our common potential to move towards a new age of equality. And this was also sacrifice, faith, belief, and charity of Nelson Mandela, which paved the way of freedom of African nation from the apartheid rule. Now, today Nelson Mandela has retired from political life but continues to speak out against injustice anywhere in the world. And finally, Africa became free from the apartheid rule. There was democratic nation, there was equality for every citizen, whether they are black people or white people. There is harmony in everywhere in Africa. And after retirement, Nelson Mandela always raises his voice against injustice anywhere in the world. In South Africa, his effect can be felt everywhere. And after Nelson Mandela, his effect can be seen everywhere in the form of non-segregated classrooms, in non-discriminating work environments, in equal living conditions and beyond. यद्यपि नेल्सन मंडेला जी अब नहीं रहे, लेकिन फिर भी अफ्रीका में उनकी जो ये आवाज़ है, उनकी जो आत्मा की आवाज़ है, हर जगह महसूस किए जा सकती है। जो उनकी लड़ाई थी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन के खिलाफ, उसे आप महसूस कर सकते हैं। Mandela's legacy is one of strength and sacrifice, and he was also the epitome of sacrifice and strength. वह एक सिंबल थे ताकत और sacrifice, बलिदान प्रतिमूर्ति थे, and it will live long into the future, and his name and fame will never end into the dust. His sacrifice and his strength, his faithfulness towards nation will be always remain immortal. His name and fame will be always remembered in Africa, not only in Africa, but he will be known everywhere in the world, and it will live long into the future. December 3, 2013, Mandela died, and finally this great soul was passed away on 3rd of December 2013 from this world. Even though he is no more, but his soul and his work will be always remembered there in Africa. So these are the things, these are the facts about Nelson Mandela we have learned today. In next video, we are going to discuss about the main story of A Long Walk to Freedom. Thank you for watching this video.